Really? Really now? Well, that's interesting. Oh, hey guys. Michael Myers just told me that his movie from 2018, Halloween, it's getting a sequel. Let's talk about it.
Hello and welcome to the Cavern of Terror.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the Cavern of Terror. And that's right, I had to do a video ahead of schedule. I wasn't planning on doing a video, but it was announced that there is going to be a sequel. That's right, a part 2 to Halloween 2018. Danny McBride and David Gordon Green's project from last year is getting a sequel. So let's talk about this shit. Okay, so before we get into the sequel talk and what I think is going to happen and what I want to happen with this sequel, let's talk about how I feel about 2018's Halloween movie. As you guys know, or if you didn't know, I did a quasi-review for Halloween 2018. You can find that in my Halloween playlist. I have a bunch of Halloween-related videos in there, a lot of topic videos, Halloween 5 videos. You can just go over there to that playlist and check that out if you want to listen to me talk about Halloween. I gave it a pretty glowing first, reaction to it. I really liked Halloween 2018. I do have some issues with it though, and they have grown since I first saw the movie. I've seen it 3 times now, and I think I can finally tell you what my issues are with David Gordon Green's Halloween 2018. How many times am I going to call this movie Halloween 2018? Anyway, here we are. If you have not seen my video on Halloween 2018, as I said, I really encourage you to go over there and watch that video. That way you know where I'm coming from this one. But I will recap some of the thoughts that I had. I thought the score was great. I thought the direction was very well done. I think that it was written very well, aside from a couple of different things that didn't really work out for me. And I thought it was acted very well. I really, really thought that it was casted very well. I loved Will Patton's character as the deputy, the head deputy, I guess. I really liked Laurie Strode. I loved Jamie Lee Curtis. I thought that Andy Matichak was very good in the movie. Now I can get a little bit more spoilery with it. I didn't quite care for Judy Greer's performance as Karen Strode. We will get into that later. Ray was okay. I liked most of the young characters. I really liked Tim Robbins' son. I forget his name in the movie, but I know his name is Miles Robbins, and he was awesome in the movie for me. I liked Vicky. I liked the child that she was babysitting. I really liked James Jude Courtney as Michael Myers. I thought that he was insanely good, and he will probably become my favorite Michael Myers once we see this new movie, because I thought he was amazing in the last one. I thought the score by John Carpenter was great. I thought the cinematography was very well done. I think Danny Gordon Green knows how to make a very well shot movie, very beautiful looking movie. It was very similar to Joe with Nicolas Cage. Oh, you're talking about me. Shut up. So the issues that I had with Halloween 2018. As much as I liked Laurie Strode in this movie and Jamie Lee Curtis, her performance as this character, I think this version of Laurie was more well done in Halloween H2O. I know where they were trying to go. I know where they were trying to go with the character, that she's become this hardened badass that is ready for Michael Myers to come back and try to get her. But once they got rid of the brother-sister storyline that happened in part 2, I really didn't feel like there needed to be a reason for her to do that. I didn't understand why she was doing this, why she neglected her daughter, why she thought that Michael Myers was going to come back. Because all of that information that we got from Halloween 2 would make way more sense as to why this character is like this. If it would have happened to, I don't know, me, I probably wouldn't have went to the drastic measures that Laurie Strode went to in Halloween 2018. It was a little bit far-fetched. I really liked the way that her character was handled in Halloween H2O a lot better than her character was handled in this movie. But that aside, she was very good. But that's one of my first issues. Another one of my issues was Ray's character. He really did absolutely nothing for the story. He didn't do a whole lot of anything other than being comic relief in scenes to break the tension. And I think that his character could have been removed from the movie altogether and, made Karen Strode a lot stronger as a character. That brings me to Karen Strode. I really like this character. I hope her name is Karen Strode. If her name is not Karen Strode, I've only seen this movie a couple times. I really hope that this character's name is actually Karen Strode, because if it's not, I really apologize, but that's what I'm going to call her from now on, Karen Strode. I think she would have been a much stronger character if she was a single mother. I think that would reflect her childhood, being brought up by Laurie Strode, who did not have, a stable father figure in her life for her daughter. I think that really would have shown, the neglect of Laurie Strode and how her daughter has taken on a lot of her characteristics, like she can't keep a man around, she's a single mother. I think that would have worked out a lot more, and I think it would have gave her a little bit more to chew on in the movie if we didn't have this, useless father around. Moving on from Karen and her husband, I really think they didn't need to have the Sartain character in this movie. I didn't like his side story. I mean, it works, but it's not my favorite part of the movie. I think if that character was removed, this movie would have been a lot better. And it would have been a lot better if Laurie took on some antagonistic elements. Not becoming Michael Myers, like adjacent to Michael Myers, but having a little bit of an antagonist element here. Can we really trust her? And I think she should have been the one to break Michael Myers out of the bus. Not to actually do it, but to try to wreck the bus and kill him. So I think it would have been a lot better if she wrecked the bus and Michael Myers got away, and she's the reason why Michael Myers is taking out all these people in Haddonfield. I think that would have worked out a lot better, and we wouldn't have had a pointless death of a great character, which was Will Patton's Deputy Hawkins. I thought that character was amazing and should have been involved in the third act of the movie. Okay, guys, so without all of these negatives out of the way, I still think that Halloween 2018 is one of the best sequels in the Halloween franchise. I think it has some of the best cinematography. I think it has some of the best actors in the franchise. I think it has one of the best Michaels, one of the best masks, one of the best scores. It's a very well-made film, and I still really like it. It's ranked very high up there. Maybe one day I'll do another Halloween ranking. Now we can finally talk about Halloween 2018's sequel and what I think they're going to do, what I think they're going to call it, what I think I want them to do with this sequel. We know a couple of things so far. The first thing being that it's got a 2020 release and that it's going to start filming in the fall of 2019. So, in October of 2020, we will be seeing the sequel to Halloween 2018. Another thing that we know is that Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode, Judy Greer as Karen Strode, and Annie Matichak as Allison are going to come back for the sequel as well. I think it is rumored. I know that Jamie Lee Curtis is coming back, but I'm pretty sure that the other two women that were in the movie are coming back as well. So we're going to have some characters from Halloween 2018 come back for this sequel. I think we're going to have a couple others announced as well, because I think we're going to tie up some loose ends from the first movie. With that being said, do I think that Laurie Strode and Jamie Lee Curtis needed to come back for Halloween 2018? Actually, I don't think she should have came back. I actually think she should have died in 2018's Halloween. I know all of you Halloween purists are already lighting your torches and sharpening your pitchforks. You're going to come try to take me out because I said that Laurie Strode should not come back. I really think she should have died in 2018's Halloween trying to protect her family, because she really didn't care about anything other than taking out Michael Myers and making sure that her family is safe. And I really think her character would have had a very well-rounded arc if she died in the first movie. With that being said, she's coming back in 2018's sequel. Do I want her to die in 2020's Halloween? Yes, I really do want her character to have a full-on, full circle arc and go out swinging against Michael Myers. I think this character deserves a really awesome death in the franchise because we can't keep going back to Laurie Strode. We can't keep bringing her back for this movie. And I'll echo the thoughts of Cody Leach back when she was announced for 2018 sequel. Why she needed to come back. Why do we need her? Bring in new characters. I always thought that the Halloween movies that had the new characters, period, were the better Halloween movies. Halloween 4 had new characters. And we're not going to get into Halloween 5, but you guys know I like it. But we're not going to get into that. I just think that Laurie Strode should probably die in, if not the very beginning of Halloween 2020. The glimmering hope that I have here with these three characters coming back, potentially, is that we can really, really build up Karen Strode's character. We can take advantage of the missed opportunity that we had in Halloween 2018 with Ray taking up too much of that time. You can build up Ray's death in the first movie with Karen Strode. You can really work with that character by bringing her back. Really, really like that decision because it can make her character a lot better than she was in the first one. And I also like the fact that they're bringing back, or possibly bringing back, Andy Matichak's Allison character, because I really, really liked her. And I think she needed a little bit more development. I know she was in quite a bit of the movie, but I didn't really feel like I knew her character that well. And I hope she's the main character of this next film. I hope it really, really focuses on her and her relationship with her mother. I'm really, really, really hoping that happens. And I'm also hoping that we get Cameron coming back. I really hope that he comes back as well, because his character just kind of disappears from the film during the second act. I know in a deleted scene it's revealed that he was hauled off to jail by some questionable cops after the dance sequence. But I'm hoping that this is our introduction or reintroduction to his father. Because I remember that when, right before Halloween 2018 was coming out, David Gordon Green said something about that Lonnie was going to get his. And I assumed that meant that Lonnie was going to be in Halloween 2018, and he wasn't. So I'm hoping that there's a scene in Halloween 2020 that Lonnie comes and is a pretty prominent character in the movie and bails his son out of jail. And then his son automatically wants to go to Andy Matichak's character of Allison, knowing that they're at the hospital. Because I really, really think that there's going to be a Halloween 2 reference here. I think they're going to go to Haddonfield Memorial. There's going to be a hospital sequence of some kind in the new film. I hope that James Jude Courtney as Michael Myers comes back. I really, really hope he comes back because he was amazing. And I don't think we need John Carpenter. I know you guys are going to kill me on this one too. But I think that his son and his godson can do an amazing job on the score for the second film. I don't think that we need John Carpenter to come back. I know his name is probably going to be on it again because he created these characters. And it's always going to be John Carpenter's Presents. And I actually think that would be really cool. John Carpenter Presents Halloween Part 2. I think that would be a really cool name. Well, speaking of names, we can get into the name. Halloween 2018. It's a tricky title because a lot of people think that it just makes no sense that this movie was called Halloween 2018. Well, if you looked at the notes, the plot synopsis when Halloween 2018 came out, they said it was a reboot of Halloween. And why it was called Halloween 2018, people were thinking that it was a remake. It's not necessarily the case. You can have a remake and call it the same thing. Halloween 2018. But this is not a remake. This is a reboot. You can have a reboot and call it the same thing as the original. And I'll tell you a franchise that has done this. Star Trek. Star Trek started out its reboot with the same title. Is it the same movie that came out with William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy back in the day? No, it is not the same movie. But it does take from the franchise and different elements of the television show and the movies and is a rebooted story. Halloween is the same thing. It takes some ideas from the original. It's kind of treated as a sequel, but it's a new story as well. So they're using the name Halloween. If that makes sense to you guys, then I did my job. I think we should just call this what this is going to be, Halloween Part 2, because I don't think there's going to be a time jump. If Laurie Strode comes back for this movie, I think it's going to take place right after Halloween 2018 and continue into the same night, just like the original Halloween 2. But there's going to be some confusion there. I don't think it needs to have a subtitle. I don't think we need to have a subtitle. They got away from that with Halloween. They just called it Halloween because it's a reboot. We don't need a return of the shape. We don't need a return of Michael Myers. We don't need any of that. Just call this Halloween Part 2. It will help differentiate itself from the original Halloween 2, which is just called Halloween 2, and it doesn't need any subtitle. I would love for Hawkins, Will Patton's character, to have survived the Sartain incident in the first movie, but I just don't think that's going to happen because he got stabbed in the neck. They didn't show what happened to him. He also got ran over. So even if he did survive, that would bring up some issues that I had in the original Halloween 2 with Laurie Strode just being kind of out of it the whole time. We don't need a character that's laid up in the hospital with a broken leg and, a really bad neck wound. We really don't need that. We also had that problem in Halloween 6. With the producer's cut, we had Jamie Lloyd survive, and then just be taken out later. The only thing that would service Will Patton being in this movie again would be for another body to be taken out by Michael Myers. And I don't think we need that unless we are going to raise the body count. So he could come back, but that could be the only way he could, in my opinion. Speaking of characters that I think they should have in Halloween 2020, would be a character that has been mentioned since the original Halloween, Lindsay Wallace. I think it would be really awesome to bring back Lindsay Wallace. We even bring her daughter in, bring her a different name, bring in another character, another family. We can follow another family. I think that would be really interesting to bring back her or even Tommy Doyle, or both of them. Imagine that Lindsay Wallace and Tommy Doyle got married and they had a kid. So there could be a kid in, Allison's school, maybe. I don't know how different the time or age gap is there, but there could be a friend that's the Doyle kid from down the street or something. That's the son or daughter of Lindsay or Tommy from the original. I think that would be really cool as well. I don't know if that's going to happen, but if they bring back those characters, it would be really cool to see them as a married couple or something. I think that would be really cool. I completely forgot to mention this because I'm literally running off of no notes here. I know that they're filming a part 2 and a part 3, so they're making a new trilogy for this Halloween series. So it's going to be Halloween 2018, Halloween 2020, and then probably Halloween 2022. So I think it should be called Halloween Part 2, and then Halloween Part 3. I think that would be a really solid trilogy. So that just enforces even more that I think that Laurie Strode and possibly Karen will die in Part 2. So I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. I think that's where I want to go so far. I want to bring back a couple characters. I want to bring back most of the original cast from Halloween 2018. And just don't go too crazy with it. Just up the body count a little bit more. If you want to make it a little bit bloodier, you can do that. Just bring back James Jude Courtney. I think it's gonna be good. I think if they go that way, we'll have a really good sequel. I don't think this has any chance of being bad, quote unquote, because they put a lot of love into Halloween 2018, and I don't think a sequel to it's gonna suck. So let me know, guys, down below what you want them to do with Halloween 2018's sequel, what you think they might do with Halloween 2018's sequel. If you think I missed anything, Let me know down in the comments down below what I missed. And if there's new updates and you guys want me to talk about Halloween 2018 sequel, let me know. I like doing these Halloween videos for you guys. And if there's anything else you want me to do, just let me know down in the comments down below, and I'll try to work on it. If this is your first video from the Cavern of Terror and you're not fucking subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and click that motherfucking notification bell. That way you get notified about all my future content. And if you want to get yourself a badass Cavern of Terror t-shirt, make sure you hit up the Spreadsheet store in the description box down below. Me and the man Woody Bowen came up with some awesome fucking designs. And if you want to follow me on social media, you can check me out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LetterBoxd. All those links are in the description box down below. And I actually said Facebook. Just go over to Killer Flicks. I'm over there all the time. Facebook.com/groups/Killer Flicks. And then look for your boy. My name's Zach. And I think that's it. I think that's it. Oh, wait. Michael wants to tell me something else. Oh, he says Happy Halloween in 2020. Hey guys, I am back after the credits. I guess that could be a new thing. I completely forgot to mention Jefferson Hall's character of Aaron from the first movie when I was talking about the characters I'd like to see come back that probably won't. I think that this character could possibly be the new Loomis if he survived the, bashing his head against the stall door in Halloween 2018 by Michael. I really, really think they could work with that character and make him the new Loomis type character that feels so guilty that he got his girlfriend killed. He pretty much triggered Michael with the mask. And I think if his character came back and served sort of a true, there's a bug on my desk, new Loomis character in Halloween 2020 and really helped try to get rid of Michael Myers, I think that could be a really good redemption arc for his character. And if you guys think that Jefferson Hall's character of Aaron should come back for 2020, because I think that he lived, they never actually confirmed that he died in Halloween 2018. So if he comes back, I want to know if you guys agree with me on that. Do you think so? So this is a sort of after credits, an addendum to my Halloween 2020 video. This is the actual credits now. Stay metal, my friends.